Hi, this is Jason Palmisano, founder of Climb Higher Coaching, bringing you the play of the day. Recently, my wife, Wendy, finished a book and she passed it on to me. And it's called Ditch the Pitch by Steve Yastrow. I read it, loved it. I love reading and I journal everything I read. So I've got my journal in front of me and I just wrote some notes on it that I simply want to pass on to you. But the book is all about ditching the pitch, meaning the sales pitch. None of us want to be sold to or feel like we're being sold to. It's not a good feeling, whether it's your spouse or your kid, a customer or a client, a coworker, teammate. None of us, nobody wants to feel like they're being sold to. One of the things that intrigued me about this book, and I always love, of course, holding up the book, saying the author's name, Steve Yastrow, because you got to give credit where credit is due. One of the things that intrigued me about this book was that Steve incorporates improvisation. You've heard of comedy improv. He incorporates the strategies and habits of improv into persuasive conversations. And that really intrigued me, made a lot of sense. And so he breaks it down into 6 habits. I'm going to cover habit number 1 or just part of it in this video, and then the following videos I'll do a little bit every day. All right, so habit number 1 on ditching the pitch is think input before output. Think input before output. That is, get input from the other person before you start rattling off your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions. If we're going to influence or persuade, hey, we first have to be interested in what the other person is saying. Let them give us inputs. Everything that we do and say should be based off of what the other person does and says. And that lets us know that, or lets the other person know that, you're really listening, you're tuned in. And so think input before output. And there are 3 tips to do that. 1 I'll cover now, and then we'll end this video so that it doesn't get too long. And then the next video I'll cover the other 2 tips. But the first tip of think input before output is simply this: be alert. I know that sounds so simple, but we got to be intentional about it. Especially if you're meeting with somebody face to face, or perhaps you're on Zoom, and you've got your cell phone sitting there on the table or on your desk, and all of a sudden it lights up or it buzzes. What do we naturally do? We stare down at it, right? And our customer or our spouse, our kids, whoever we're talking to, they see that. They know that they lost your attention, that something else just became more important to them, to you than them. And so be alert means to be fully engaged, fully present 100% of the time that you're with somebody. And turn off the phone, turn it upside down. Or when you're meeting in a public place, the tendency is to want to notice who's coming in or who's going out, and we break our attention, we break the gaze. Resist that temptation to do that. Full engagement, full eye contact. Let that person know you're 100% alert. When you are, you simply notice more. You can respond better. You pick up on the cues when you're more alert that way. All right, that is the play of the day. We're talking about ditch the pitch. There are 6 habits, and the first one is think input before output. Next video, 2 more tips on that first habit. If you want to know more about Climb Higher Coaching, simply visit my website, climbhighercoaching.com. Until next time, my friend, keep your desire, hustle, and focus in ditching that pitch.